Oh, get ready. Oh, welcome once more again. It is Monday. Speak on it. It's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, along with my favorite and only co-host, the Lil Diva. Happy. I was looking at my phone and trying to figure out what the day was. Labor Day. I didn't know if it was Memorial Labor. I don't know. Happy off day.
Happy off day.
To all those
everybody else but us, and it's my fault we not off.
Hey. Well, you know what? Old Country Boy would have been here if it wasn't but 2 minutes. I'd have been here. Hey, y'all. Look, hey. I'm actually reading the comments. Somebody said, hey, y'all. Look, I don't know who said it, but I love you because that's country. That there country. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Look, good Diva over there.
So here.
Jesus.
So...
what you got going on over there?
You hear something over here? I'm sorry. So first, I just want to say real quick before Country Boy gets going. We were supposed. I know y'all saw Tiffany Rachel was going to be on here today.
Come on, Tiffany. Look, hey, Tiffany. Look, I'm finna say it right now. Look, you can come on right now if you want to. I see you up here watching. Come on.
So I gave Tiffany the day off because last week we had to go. We wanted to go see our friend Tyrone Evans. We wanted to see him. We wanted to go see him preach his first sermon. So Tiffany was polite enough to let me reschedule. And I'm just in the excitement of rescheduling because me and her been trying to get together forever. I said, okay, let's do Monday. She's like, okay, Monday's cool. Well, Country Boy reminded me, oh, we're going to work on Monday. I said, oh, and I still let it go until today. I called her today to ask her, did she want to reschedule? She actually offered to do tonight, but I was like, well, you could be out having a good time. I don't want to stop your good time. And let's just do it. She gave us, I said October, but she actually said the third Monday in this month. But I didn't know she was on. She definitely, I could have had her on. I didn't know. I didn't want to stop anybody else's day because I'm bored and I wasn't invited to anything today.
Well, look, Tiffany.
I think somebody told me one time I don't get invited to things because they think that I'm already invited somewhere. Okay, so let me tell y'all now. Let me get it straight. No, I'm not. Every Labor Day, every Memorial Day, every 4th of July, I am right here doing nothing. So yes, invite me to the next barbecue and just invite me. And if I got something to do, I'll tell you. But just invite me. Now, I am not the same person when I reach your house. I am very shy. Believe it or not.
You ain't got to invite me. You can just send a plate. I ain't got to come.
Oh my God.
Y'all can be here. I don't want to interrupt you what you're doing. Y'all just send Old Country Boy a plate. I will be glad to eat it. I'll tell you right now. I sure will. I sure will.
Tiffany, I mean, it's up to you if you want to come on now. I can shoot you the link. Just let me know. Chap called. He thought you was on. I said, oh no, I rescheduled. But anyway. What we talk? Let me tell y'all. I made Country Boy blush.
Yeah.
And he think I'm crazy too. So I was sitting here again on my couch watching TV while everybody else is out having a good time. I was here watching. I like documentaries. If y'all hadn't heard me say that, I like documentaries, biographies, autobiographies, and stuff like that. I just like, which is why I have chat with Trina, is because I really like to know why people doing what. Oh, I like to know people's why. As Country Boy says, I like to know why people do what they do, you know, what made them start doing it. I like to know why things happen, like why things tick. Why do you tick? But also I like for their fans or their friends or people out in the world to know also. I always talk about the story with Lil Nate. When I interviewed Lil Nate, I hate to say interview, but when I chatted with Lil Nate, there are some things that came out about him that, you know, people thought not nice things about him. But when he came on my show, he was able to explain some things. And people saw him as a human being and found out what they thought was not true. And he had a reason for why he did. And it was like, I was like, that is it. That is why I do the show. And I had so many people reach out to me to say, oh my God, Nate has a new fan. You know, so that's why I do it. Long story short, I like documentaries. So I've been seeing it says OnlyFans Club documentary, whatever. I was like, about 2-3 weeks ago. Then I saw it again. I was like, I don't think I want to know what that is. Well, today, while y'all was out eating barbecue without me, I said, let me go on and click and see what's gonna happen. Child, I did not know that's what OnlyFans was. Did not realize Beyonce had OnlyFans in her show, in her song. Country Boy told me he knew what OnlyFans was. Am I the only one that didn't know what OnlyFans was? Do you know how much the people on OnlyFans be making just to show their feet sometimes? Now, I know they be showing a whole bunch of other stuff, but some people showing their feet and they making like more than I'm making a salary in a year. They making it like in a week. Country Boy, why you looking like that?
Yeah, y'all. If y'all know, you know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to keep the old country boy big old mouth closed. But you know, look here. All I'm gonna say is next time there's a day off, so my co-hosts ain't sitting on the couch watching TV. Y'all call.
I'm gonna tell y'all what OnlyFans is. Let me.
Y'all please.
Tell y'all what OnlyFans is.
Yeah.
Tell y'all what it is. I don't want to click in too much. I want my job to say I'm all up into OnlyFans.
Yeah, y'all please. If y'all have something going on, and call my co-host and please invite us so she ain't got to be sitting on the couch.
Okay, hush, Country Boy. OnlyFans is a platform, and it's like an app like Facebook and Instagram. But it allows creators to share explicit photos, videos, and a wide range of adult-oriented content with their subscribers. Y'all know who Jonelle is, the comedian? She have an OnlyFans page. But anyway, so you go on and they make them a profile, right? And they charge for subscription for you to subscribe. Like, I don't know, $14.99. But this one lady say she charged her $14.99, but then if you want her to have her to say something private to you or hold up a sign with your name on it saying I love you, so you can charge a tip. If she says something else, she charge a tip for. I don't know. But these people be twerking in front of the camera. I don't know. They just show sometimes you can just walk through and show up, pull up your shirt. The men be posed all over their legs in the air. Like, it's really porn for social media porn. Who knew?
Well,
who knew?
I'm gonna guess you do now.
Now I told Country Boy, now I ain't trying to go on there and do nothing too explicit, but I don't know if people gonna pay that kind of money to see my little cute toes. And when I go to the nail shop and get my little pedicure, they really be cute. And see, somebody might like my toes and pay me that. You know now. Child, if y'all want to see it, it is on Hulu. It is the document, and I ain't finished. It ain't over. I'm just not. I had to stop for the show, but it's not over with. But it's one girl. She said she quit her entire job, and she making more than she was making on her corporate job. Now, what else, Country Boy, and I did talk about is that people do make it so easy. You know, it's gonna be work. I'm sure it's gonna be some work. The top earning OnlyFans creator is Black China. She makes as much as $20 million per month through the subscription-based platform. Now she's a celebrity, but so she probably got. You right? No, all money ain't good enough money, but I don't know. I might show my cute toes. I couldn't do that because I'm in education, and if those parents go find everything, child, they go find everything. It's just not much I did, and I can't even. I used to talk a lot about what's going on in school. They tell me they out there looking on Twitter to see if you liking stuff that people say. Wait. They won't pay me because I stand up for the people. I'm standing up. They paid me. They gave me a nice raise, so they all good with me. They are my heroes. Remember what I told Miss Mariana? Marina?
Yes. Oh, Lord.
Sheba is going to kill me.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Okay, well, we're going to get off OnlyFans. I just, the show is about bringing you information. And
Hey, I'm just drinking my Sprite.
Well, hi, Miss Julie. We did have a wonderful Labor Day. I went and got me some barbecue from Hungry Farmer.
From who?
Not supposed to eat that. I don't know. I think y'all know I had a little procedure, so I still gotta watch what I eat. But I was like, it's Labor Day. I'm going to give me some barbecue. And I can never go and just get one meat. It's never gonna be one meat. I won't eat them all at one time, but I have to go and get because you pay $10 for a freaking sandwich, right? Might as well go for the gusto and pay 20 for the whole meal, which was my ribs, the links, and the brisket, the potato salad, and the beans.
Not bad. That's my hey, Miss Julie.
That's a 2-day meal. I'll make it into 2 days. So
yeah, well, that's pretty good. I ain't had no barbecue today. I had old steak, so I'm all right.
you had a steak.
I sure did. I ate that cow up. Yep, okay. Sure did. When it was leftover steak, I went to the Texas Roadhouse. I went on a date. I took myself on a date last night. Yes, I did. After I dropped the executive producer off, and I went by my favorite stomping ground. Wait a minute, what they say? I went by my favorite watering hole, and I went to that Texas Roadhouse, and I got me an old steak and some mashed taters and some green beans.
You didn't get no fried pickles?
No.
In the name of me?
No. I don't even have high blood pressure, and I'm not trying to blow it through the roof. I'm not trying. If I'm gonna eat some fried pickles, I might as well just go in there and pour some salt in my hand and just drink it.
I'm going to talk about my procedure in my 3rd month, but right now I'll just say this: with the garment I have to wear, anytime you eat too much of something, especially salt, you just feel yourself like, and you just
yeah. Like, I mean, I know that. I know I've heard that about that different people like their ankles or whatever, if they do too much salt, how it swell up. Yeah. I ain't got none of them problems. I don't thank the Lord.
Well, I don't have that, but when you have the procedure, because they've done things to your tummy, anything you have that garment on that's squeezing you together,
right?
So you can feel anything that swells, and it's like, okay, I did something wrong. And he even was telling me, because I'm doing my when I do my ab workouts, he said that even inflames things. So sometimes you swell. He said you don't have to stop, but you will feel it. And so I'm like, dang, I feel everything. They need to make that in everybody's body.
What?
I wouldn't have had to have that procedure. They made that in my body where I ate something wrong. It just said,
yeah, well,
I would have never got big.
I mean,
I didn't get big, but I got big enough for me. I was big enough for me. Too big for me.
Well, that probably happened to me last night when I was eating that steak. Then I just didn't feel it.
That's what I'm saying. That if they put something in everybody's body, it will probably keep us from gaining us that, or those of us who gain it, because you ain't gaining. But it will make us be like, you think that, but when you feel it like I feel it, it'd be like, ooh. I mean, because you're just like this. You don't want to move. Because that garment is like, it's already hugging you tight. Matter of fact, when I went to get my garment, my 2nd garment, she put it on me and I was like, ooh, this tight. She said, oh, you need the next size down. The next size down, she said, yeah, that's too big. But girl, you gonna choke me to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna talk about my procedure and get some recommendations and referrals out in my 3rd month, so y'all can really see what's going on. I'm gonna let y'all see a full body and see. I don't know about y'all seeing before and after. I'm a little ashamed about that, but so y'all couldn't tell at first because my mom always taught us how to dress for our size. So as we got bigger, I knew how to camouflage. But my stomach was saying, "Hey y'all, what's up?" So I had to let her go. Me and her had to part ways. We had to divorce because it was driving me crazy. But anyway, I don't want to spoil. I want to give a spoiler for that.
Don't do it. Well, I mean, and well, let's see here. It is Monday, so I'm assuming that you had a good weekend.
I really, except Friday, but yeah, I did have a good time Friday. So I did. I had a good weekend. I worked all weekend. I don't work at Chicago Boy Grill every weekend anymore because I didn't want to work every weekend.
Right.
I'm an empty nester, diva. I'd have a life. I gotta find a husband, so I can't be there every weekend because them ones that come through now, they ain't the ones. So I let them know I didn't work, but I wanted to work. Being that it was a Labor Day weekend, I knew it would kind of crowded, and I like the
Right.
hustle and bustle. So when it's fast going on, I'm good. Friday, I guess people were at that concert or something. I don't know where they were Friday, but they wasn't in there, and so it was kind of I was dozing off. But I had
Really?
a long week. I had a long week at work.
Right.
It was the
Right.
first week of school, so it was a long week. So I was literally dozing off at the booth,
Wow.
literally. And but that day I went out to happy hour. That's the other thing. I didn't get my nap in. I went out to happy hour with one of my girlfriends. Before. Oh, I gotta tell y'all the name of this little place I went to with her. It was really cute on Washington Avenue. I have to think about it later. But anyway, we went there, and so I had to come straight home. Throw out because I already showered. So I had to come home and throw a different outfit because I was super casual. So I came home throwing something else and went to Chicago Bar and Grill. And I'm telling you, Tom, that little nap right there, I missed it. So then that's what I did Saturday, and then Sunday I worked as well. And
Wow.
today I didn't wake up. I didn't get up out of my bed till 2.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Holy.
Then I mean I was up, but I was in my bed feeling my bed. Some days you wake up and your bed just be like hugging you really tight.
Mm-hmm. They
And
trying to get up. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and it was really holding on to me.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And I let myself enjoy that time.
And you know what? That's sometimes you really I think that we forget that but our bodies will remind us. I don't care
Yeah.
what we be thinking, but our bodies will remind us. Look here, go on,
Oh,
sit down.
absolutely.
Go on,
And
sit.
not even that. I'm one. I don't believe in being in your bed in the daytime. I believe in transitioning. So so your body knows when it's time to go to bed. Did you go in the bedroom to go to sleep? You don't just stay in the bed in your bedroom all day. Because I used to be in my room when I was married and had kids, was raising my kids. I was always in my bedroom because the kids, had front
Right.
TV. But as I got older, my sleep habits weren't doing well. I wasn't getting enough sleep, and that's when I found out that you need to make your room for going to bed and your living room. I literally, it's just me now, so I watch TV and everything in here. But as soon as I start feeling like I'm dozing off, I head to the bed. Now at night, so but what I was going to say to that is normally I would get up out my bed and come in here, but
Right.
I don't sleep that good in here. So because
Yeah.
I've
Well,
trained my body to know the living room is not for sleeping anymore.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It makes you. I know some
Makes a
folks that
difference. Hey,
sleep
Candace.
on the couch. That's all. Hey there, what's going on, Candace? How you doing?
See what happens when you read the comments?
I do. I mean, I'm reading the comments because I'm hoping somebody say there's a barbecue plate over here waiting for you. That's the only reason. That's the reason I'm focusing on
It's
the
eight.
comments tonight.
It is 8:34, sir. I don't think it's happening. I think
That
me and you
that's
need to have our own barbecue next year. We need
that's
to have a
look.
speak on barbecue.
Hey, speak on the barbecue. Look, speaking of that, speak on. Uh, look, if anybody wants to donate some barbecue to the old country boy
Oh my
tonight, look here.
gosh.
Just letting y'all know, my co-host said for her birthday when it was coming up, she take chicken. Oh boy, country boy, I'll take some barbecue. Look here. And what y'all ain't got to do, you ain't even got to bring it. Look here, you just got to drop
And
the
you come.
location. Oh, country boy will come get the plate, and I will say thank you. I sure appreciate you for your time and your kindness. I do. Look, I wanted to know. Well, you said something, and I don't know if you wanna. You said that maybe next year we would have a barbecue.
Mm. Uh-huh.
Well, we transitioning.
Yes.
Not like, well, yeah, y'all,
We trying to transition.
we transitioning.
Okay, we transitioning.
There's,
We gonna have a come to Jesus meeting with the two of us. The two of us are coming to Jesus to have a meeting tomorrow.
yeah, we have to meet tomorrow. They have to
But
meet.
he only wanted to meet. I gotta meet. We got to write stuff down to make it real, because we be talking about all kinds of stuff. And we be really for real about what we're gonna do, but if it's not written, For me, you
You
know what?
know, and that's
I'm sorry. Go
but
ahead.
that's true. You know, it is very, I would say this, you know, it's very important for anybody that may be listening, whatever. If you have a vision, if you have a goal, if you have something, you know, the thing is to truly, and I mean this with all my heart, you know, and you know this because you got your vision board. You know, you write that thing down, whatever it may be. Make sure you write it down. Write it down, make it plain.
Yeah.
Um, I did that. Some of the stuff I wrote down and made it plain. I mean, it still ain't come, but it don't mean it ain't coming. But I wrote it, and it gives you a roadmap. It gives you a roadmap to follow. So I truly believe that. But yes,
Yeah.
um,
If I may interrupt to give a little testimony real quick, my daughter some years ago on her vision board, she wrote herself a check
mhm,
for what she wanted to make in salary in her salary. She's an HR recruiter, and when she was working for Apple, and she left Apple to go to another company. And when that company gave her her offer, it was exactly what that check was. And because she was very serious about her, she's always very serious about her vision board and her goals and stuff, and she prayed over it. So this year I do a vision board, and usually I check off everything on my vision board. Last year, everything was on that
right.
vision board. I did. This year, I will say that it's going to be I'm going to use that word again, transitioning vision board, because some of those things have not come to play. So I'll be putting them on my next vision board. But one of them that did come true was the check I wrote myself. I
Right.
just got a new position, and it's not only exactly what I asked for and on the vision board, they're about to bump that up a little bit. So it's not necessarily a wish list. It's a goal of what you want to, when you come to negotiating about your job and your money and stuff like that. I even have my cruises on there. So I think everybody should do a vision board, and then you can even take your vision board and make goals on how to get to your to those things on a vision board. I haven't dug that deep yet, but I think a vision board is great. Matter of fact, I may have a vision board party this year. I may do that now.
Well, you
Now the
know, I
rest of
heard
when
about
I
that
find me a
one.
place to live, I'll figure out if I'm gonna do that.
Somebody, first time I heard that, what you just said, I think
Hmm.
maybe I was in Dallas or something, and somebody was
Hmm.
talking about a vision board party. I ain't
Hmm.
know. I thought they was talking about some eyeglasses, but they was. I never heard no vision
How
board
you do
party.
me?
I ain't talking
It's
about a
a
vision.
cool thing.
Yeah,
Especially for people who haven't who so me and my daughters, we get together and we talk about it. We'll talk about what was before we did for last
right.
year and what we thought and this year. And it helps sometimes to have someone say, as you're talking about, and if you have a good facilitator,
Hmm.
it's a really cool thing. Now, the three of us do that, but the vision board party, our vision board activities that they do with the schools are really nice because it helps teach in a fun way about setting goals and getting your vision set. And do you know what my vision board is?
Hmm.
I learned it well in the marketing department at Lone Star. They started taking the brochures and marketing materials and putting it in the restroom stalls. So when you go to the restroom. So guess where
Oh,
my vision board is this year?
really?
In the restroom. So I see it every day. Now, do I look at it every day? No, because I get mad sometimes.
Well, I mean, but it's a. I would say, isn't that kind of like it's you being holding yourself accountable? It gives you something to hold yourself accountable for. You know, you look at it and go like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I don't think that it's a bad thing. I mean, I guess it gives you something to gauge yourself at. And even if you don't reach everything, at least you know where on the hand that gauge is. So you know where you're at. So I guess that ain't a bad thing. Even if you don't make it. Even if you don't make it, hey, you went on empty. You know, you was like, okay, well, I'm half full. I got halfway there. So you did something. So that's an accomplishment. You know, like I tell fellas, you know what? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You can only do a little bit at a time. So as long as you're doing something, it's better than doing nothing. That's just what I think.
I'm
Uh-oh.
sorry. Believe it or
Uh-oh.
not, I got a text from a principal on a Monday night. We since get it out on Friday.
Uh-oh. Well, it's better you got one than a parent got one, ain't it? Yeah, man, that's pretty good. I mean, I applaud you, Miss Principal, Mr. Principal, that you're working on the holiday. That's very good. That says a lot for our school system. So y'all know our kids are well taken care of. Very well taken care of. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But look here, as my co-host is handling school business over there, she got that teacher look. Y'all see, she got that whole teacher look on her face. Look, and I hope again, like I said, I hope everybody's had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful break. I know we all needed a little time off, a little rest and relaxation. And we got a little break from the heat because I seen some sprinkles coming down from the sky. Now, I will tell you, after they came down, it was probably like 200 degrees hotter, but that's okay. It was good to have the sprinkles coming down. So I sure enjoyed it because I got out today for a little bit. I was actually up late last night doing some work, and I went out today, ran around a little bit in the heat, and I ran right on back up in here because it was like, So this old boy is primarily been in the house all day. Sure is. Now I will tell you, yesterday, I don't know if anybody know that me and the executive producer, well, she whipped out her bike. I didn't whip out her bike. She whipped out her bike. She went in her room, pulled her bike, and she took it all the way outside by herself. And you know what? She pedaled out by herself.
Oh, wonderful.
She was actually riding her bike by herself. Now, we got to the road and she was talking about, can I go this way? I was like, no. I said, cars might be coming. She said, but I'm a big girl. I said, but there's some big cars too.
Yes.
So, no.
What else did you do for the first time this weekend?
I don't know. What did I do for? That talking about that pizza place thing.
Oh my gosh. He had never been or took that baby to Mart Pizza.
Yeah, nope, I ain't never been to Mart.
So we had to fix that this weekend. I took them to Mart Pizza.
It was actually pretty good though. I ain't gonna tell no story. It was that
the only thing you didn't do was add a little something extra that you don't normally have on a pizza. Or were those peppers something you don't normally have?
No, I do, but when she's with me, because we share pizza. But yeah,
right.
So yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say because all those freaking now I can't even talk because the only thing I did add when I started going was the pineapples. Y'all got to try some pineapples on your pizza. It's good. Most of the time I usually get half of it, and then I get the balsamic glaze on top. Woo-wee. So I know I overdid it this weekend. I know I overdid it. So tomorrow, we got to get it together. I got my salads ready and my chicken salad and my lettuce and stuff ready for the week to get together. I bought me some turkey meat for sandwiches. I'm going back. As what Keith Frank say, you want to go back? Back. He was here today, Keith Frank.
Oh, really? He was in town?
He was at Southside. He performed at Southside something. He's so funny. They had everybody on Facebook today talking about, well, it's going to be $20. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. It's that. And it's going to be this. And y'all, anyway, it was a bunch of, because let me say this before I go there. Just because you don't put the price on the flyer, people, businesses, venues, clubs, people, promoters, does not mean that when people get to your venue and it's more than they want to pay, it don't mean they ain't gonna leave. I know that's the little trick. I know that's what y'all think. But I know for me, if I get there and it's $50 at the door, I don't care. It ain't gonna embarrass me. Because if I have $50, I have it, but it's gonna still be in my pocket. I'm not paying to go in a club.
Oh, I didn't.
I'm not paying to go in a club for a show for 50, 30, 50, over $30. You're going to have to give me a concert seat that I have my own seat. Right?
Hey there.
Hey, Shape. And so he came. It was funny because everybody was going back and forth about the cost and everything. Because I will say, let me back up. He came back on later and said, I have called the owners. And the owner said it's a $20 cover. So stop the bull, SHIT. because so many people. I thought it was.
Oh, they didn't have. Oh, they didn't have the price on there. How much the thing was going to be?
No. Because everybody was talking about on Facebook. This is the cause. I think they charging more for men and women. Just everybody was talking because there was no price on the
flyer.
The flyer. And so he came on and said, look, y'all, I didn't call the people. This is what they say. Stop the BS because all the talking on Facebook. My thing is though, just put the freaking price on the flyer. People have a budget. And I know the trick and the thought to it, because when I was at the Rooster and they would have Zydeco's, and the Rooster wasn't giving it, they were the performers would give it, but they wouldn't put a price. And so when people called in the Red Rooster, we answered the phone. Well, how much? Baby, I don't know. No, they think I'm lying. I have no idea. This is not our event. You need to call the people that's giving the event. We don't know. And they do that sometimes so they can go up on that price too sometimes. And I know that once you get there, if so many people get in, you go up on the price. That's another trick to it. But anyway, put the freaking price on the flyer, child. So y'all don't have all this mess. The other thing I was mentioning to a club owner last night was that a lot of these new clubs, let me tell y'all the place I went so I can tell you the right place. Hold on. Was Chanel. It is called, okay. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all the name of it just so y'all can know. It's really cute, but they charge. It's called Forget Me Not, and it's on Washington Avenue. Very cute, love it. I would definitely go back, but I'm gonna park on the street. And I like park on the street. I really like the valet park when I go certain places.
Right.
But at 6 o'clock, I'm not paying you $20 to park at 6 for happy hour.
Oh wow.
You know? So a lot of the new clubs that are popping up. One thing I was taught a long time ago, when you open a club, park where there's adequate parking. One, for the safety of people in general, but of course you're women that are having to walk to their cars.
Right.
But now these new clubs, they're not thinking about parking. They're thinking about parking on the street to where people have to park in valet, or they're more inclined to park in a valet park because there's no parking, or they don't want to park down the street. So, but this particular place, their entire parking lot was empty. And I'm thinking because it was 6 o'clock. That's why I was empty. I went toot my car on in the parking spot, and the man come walk over to me talking about, oh, it's $20 to park.
Oh wow!
And again, really? I believe in valet parking, but not at 6 o'clock in the daylight, and there ain't nobody here. So I told, which I wasn't going to be there long because I had to work, so I was just coming just for happy hour. So I said, well, I'm not going to be here long. Blah 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 blah. And then he went on, let me in. He let me come in for a little while. But $20. So I mean, I think about that too. That I don't know if that's greed. I don't know, but I mean,
I think a lot of it is. Yeah. I mean, because how do you not have parking
any other parking
for your and for your customers? I mean, how? Yeah. That's double.
You didn't pay $20. You didn't pay $20 before you even make it to the club to buy anything.
Right. You can't even get nothing to eat nor drink because you done spent your money in the park.
You spent your 24 trying to park. And I was like, it's so funny because my friend Chanel don't play them games. She ain't trying to be paying all this extra fees, right? She trying to go get her drinks and stuff. Right. And I said, I'm gonna see if my friend in here because I know she didn't pay $20 to park. Is what I was thinking. So when I got in to talk to her, she says, no, I parked on the street. And of course it was close because it was nobody there. So she was very close to the venue. But just think about when it turned dark at 8 o'clock and somebody got to walk down the street. A young lady, you know? Huh?
Or pay $20.
Yeah. And again, I am one that will pay for valet, but I want to have a choice. I don't want you to just make the whole parking lot valet. Right. You need to have have an area to where I have a choice. Right. Sometimes it may not be no choice. I may not have no money that day, but I'm just saying.
I thought the valet folks, my thinking was everything like right around any kind of venue, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's, a club or whatever. I thought the parking right there was for like the free parking. If you valet, like them little fellas take your car and they park it 6 miles away or something because they got to go get it. That's why you, but that's, what's the point of them? How you going to valet me in the parking lot?
Yeah. Now the only thing I say, Yeah, when it's not no, yeah, when it's not a lot of parking. Like when I go to the doctor's office, because there ain't no parking, it's a lot of people piled up. So yeah, I valet park at the doctor's office, which it is tip by tip anyway, so that
Right.
don't count. But when I go to a restaurant, if it's full, okay, I definitely will valet park. Or when we're downtown, I
Right.
definitely valet park because I don't want to, like that place we went to. I would have definitely valet parked if I knew they had valet park versus parking in that parking lot and then having to walk down the street.
Right.
Thank God it was daylight. But yeah, I think that's getting really out of hand. That when I went to 5 Central to drop off some flyers, um, I had to walk like I had to walk like down the street and make a turn
To get to.
to get to the place without having a valet park. And
I
it
mean,
wasn't
well, you
even
know, I have said this time and time again. I think my nephew and I were talking about it, or my brother-in-law was talking about. You know, the biggest money maker in Houston is
parking.
parking. If you look at it, you know, and here's the worst part. Since you won't talk about that, you done got between my old crowd now. If you go to the medical center, nobody just wants to go down in the medical center just because they just feel like driving through the medical center. If you're going in the medical center, usually you're going to go visit somebody that's inside the hospital, one of the
Mm-hmm.
hospitals. Okay, so you're gonna tell me in my time of this, everybody has to pay to go in there. That makes absolutely no sense.
Exactly.
So I have a mother, brother, sister, cousin, whatever in the hospital, but I have to pay the park to go visit them.
Right.
That is the biggest. I think that, and if you look at what's the other place? Well, the place we just went to, uh, the Reliant place, all these places, and I honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna say it out loud because I don't ride them no more. I think Metro ripped me off that day when I parked over there. I think that $20 they charged me to park over there at the Metro Park and ride. I think because I looked at my little stub, you know what it said? Special event.
Oh my God.
So they were just there charging $20 for that day to go to that event. You know, in these parking lots and parking garages, man, that is the biggest. That well, just think about it. If you go downtown to the basketball game, all them places out there, that be the thing to get me. You go to one of them parking lots, okay? You got somebody riding around on their bicycle, walking around out there. They charge you $20, $30 to park in a parking lot that ain't even there. But here's the thing. So if something happens to your vehicle, who responsible then? Because they gonna be done got your money and gone. It's so sad, and what I think a lot of it is about just greed. There's greed, 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 greed. You know, they tell you where you can't park, and you can't park here. If it's a parking garage that's normally open, oh no, that one's closed right now. You got to go over here to the one that's charging $30 to get in. Where's all of this going? And I just don't get it. It's just going to somebody's pocket, and it's appalling to this old fella right here. That's what I would say. That's my thoughts on it. Oh, I'm
I
sorry,
agree.
y'all.
I agree. I think it's horrible that to go to see people in the hospital that you have to pay for parking. I think
Yeah.
it's very, very sad. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the principal again.
Oh
They
Lord.
woke us
What
again.
look, and my brother Larry hey Larry, they didn't charge me when I came to visit you. So you were good. I could have came every day over there, but I look, let me tell y'all something. The best part about going, not that you ever have to be in a hospital, but going on the outskirts of Houston, they don't be charging you for parking. Okay. You can go on up in there. But boy, you around here in the city, they gonna get you. They gonna get you so hard. My goodness, no matter where you try to park at. And then all the parking is limited. It's limited, and they ripping you off. And I said it because now y'all they might catch me when I go back down there. But and for right now, man, I think it's a terrible thing. I think they ripping off the host and them parking lots be jacked up. I ain't seen a good one yet. They be the most absolutely toe up, especially around what is that the where the what's the one down there, the basketball place? Boy, that parking lot there is just towed up. and they be charging anywhere from $20 to $50 to park over there.
Oh, absolutely. Um, I and I'm going backwards, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to answer the phone and answer messages and stuff off the clock, but this is a new program I'm working for, so I'm trying to do the right thing. Forgive me for the interruption. That's what happens on live TV, though, right? No, I'm just joking.
Don't have no live TV right
So,
now.
but so, I want to say this to you so we can remember before when we change the subject again. Two things I want to remember to talk about was what things that we've done in the past couple of weeks, the past 2 weeks, including Mr. Tyrone, and what we got coming up. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. My mind. I'm trying to.
But just say yes. Just say, don't forget, we're gonna talk about this.
Don't forget.
Because you looking at me and you look like you had froze. I'm like, what?
I did. I was like, I looked. My mind. Oh, wheel was spinning.
Now your mind. So Minister Scott told me to stay focused. Minister Scott, they paying me a bunch of money to stay to not be paying attention to speak on it for a couple of seconds. On this, I gotta get used to this. But shoot, I don't know how. Let me shut up because God answers my prayers for this job.
Let me say this. Let me say this to you and to everyone that may have some things going on, and whether it's your job or your activity that you've been called, or the organization that you may be in that may be calling you and they asking you to do extra work or whatever. Understand this: to whom much is given, much is required.
Yeah, but I have to have me a life now.
Yeah.
But then you have to become in a position in life to where I don't have to be answering my phone on it. But no, I get it. But we just ain't gonna do this every week. We got to get to the point.
But that's some of those things are where you be like, okay, let's set some. But when it comes to setting the boundaries on, hey, this, that, and the other, or wait a minute, what's that thing those scriptures say? Of all things, get an understanding.
My understanding is I don't work on weekends.
Well, but you got it. So
I'm making some exceptions because this is a new program and I understand that. So I'm good. I'm joking, but not joking.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that's what they, the other thing I always tell folks, whenever you do something for somebody, and you say if it's a favor that you're doing, you remind them and say, okay, I'm gonna do this here favor for you. That way, when they come back and say now I'm doing a favor ain't a favor if you don't tell them you're doing a favor. Because some folks might think you just
they don't the school district or most corporate companies do not believe anything you do is a favor. They feel like they're paying you to do so. Yeah. But I have not been. Matter of fact, one of the people called me this week. One of the student. I don't want to call them a student. We called them. I'm a coordinator. We call them consultants that we've hired to teach the kids the enrichment. 2 of them reached out to me by text today. No, ma'am, no, sir. No, I will talk to you tomorrow. No. Now, principal and administrator, gotcha. I don't check my emails after. Now, I did last week because, again, last week was the first week of school. We were going into the first week of school, so that's understanding. Again, this is a brand new program, so it has to be built up. I started a program before. I started 2 programs, but it was just me and one other person, so it was so easy. We still didn't have to work on weekends. But when you're not the boss of the program, when you're not one of the people over the program, you got to go with what they got going. Which is the sad and weird part about having a lot of experience and maybe having more experience than others, or you've done this before and they haven't. They think they know it, and you may have some input that can help make it better and more organized, but they don't want to hear that because in their mind, you're under them. So they have to be the ones that know everything. I had wrote out a script to do a podcast episode about something like that. And I have it whole written out. And the title is, it was dedicated to directors and above, saying that just because someone has the title of supervisor or manager does not mean they know everything. It does not mean that they are always the ones in the right. Because oftentimes, let's just say if you have a director, if they do something that's wrong, who are they going to believe? You as the employee or the director? The director. And I think that's a sad case, but those directors who are not good people, or who are not good people, they get away with a lot, and the employee is not heard. And that's where the toxicity is. That so much of the toxicity that's going on in the workplace, that's where it's coming from, because no one at the top checks on the checker, ain't checking on the checker.
Yeah,
and the checker needs to check on the checker, because just because the checker is the checker, don't mean he or she is always doing the right thing. But anyway, in this position, like, I see things that I could do to help improve, make it better, because I have been in a position of starting a program and stuff. But once I try to throw something out there twice, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna just do what I do. I'm gonna fix it for me.
Right.
But because I'm not gonna have no stroke on no job. Because when I have a stroke, something happened to me, y'all gonna feel my job tomorrow.
Amen. And
I've offered, and I've said, I've given some suggestions, but again, no one looks at your resume every day to know what you got and what you know.
Right.
Once they look at it a little bit to hire you, they don't know it no more, and they just think you. I'd be trying to figure out if I was in leadership, I would be hiring people on a baseball team, those who have a specific purpose for this, that, or the other. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what you should do. I mean, but a lot of people don't. They just. A lot of people don't. Yeah. A lot of people hire for a whole bunch of different reasons. Some just hire to fill a position. Some just hire because they think they want to have somebody that they can boss around. There's so many different things. It's
and that you know what, you said something that hit the nail on the button. Someone told me not too long ago. I kept wondering, with all my experience, my education, why was I not getting some of the roles that I've applied for, right? Including and not saying that I can intimidate anybody or that I'm smarter than anybody, but some people will look at your resume or your application and feel like you may know more than them, and they don't want that.
Right.
They may feel like you're going to be hard to lead because you have more experience, or they just may be idiots and feel like you're going to make them look bad or intimidate them.
Yeah.
Did I say idiots out loud?
You did. You said.
Okay, sorry. Not sorry. But there are some idiots that will not give a person a job that they deserve because they're intimidated by that person's experience or knowledge.
Right.
And I think that's sad, because I want somebody on my team smarter than me. Think about us with the podcast. I'm not no dummy, but I just don't be wanting to do some stuff. Some stuff is just not interesting to me anymore. So you getting out figuring out all this stuff with the computer, I have no problem with that. I ain't intimidated, not one bit at all. Do that. When you call and say, "Oh, good," I feel, "Oh, you really?" Yeah. Hey, sure. We gonna be ready to be doing a live show. Because we got to make sure Country Boy is off. Make sure he don't have daddy duty that day. Because he got all the knowledge on that part. I can talk, but he gonna hook us up. Yeah. But anyway, I want, even saying I want to build me a team with our shows. I want to build a little team of people who know more and want to do more. Want to do these things that I don't want to do. I can make flyers, but I hate making flyers. People would call me and say, "Hey, your mama said you could do a resume for me." I had to call my mom and say, "Joanne, please quit telling people I do flyers. Please quit telling people I do resumes. I don't like doing that anymore. So don't tell people I do that." I hate it. Like, I literally hate doing it. Now, close friends to me, I'll go and do it for you. If you say you're going to pay me, I'll probably go and do it for you. But it's not something I enjoy doing. So don't volunteer my services. But yes, I tell you all the time, I don't like to be the person to call to do the negotiations. I don't like to call. There's just some pieces that I don't like to call, make those calls. I told you that I want someone to come on my team to do that part, to be like, people got these managers or these booking managers or whatever they want to call them that are just not nice people. But let me not say that. One of them in particular is not nice and very rude and disrespectful, but those people, I want someone to be my person, just like they have them, to block them and to be their bulldog. I want one, but I don't want mine to be a bulldog. I do not want a bulldog representing me. I want somebody that when they need to be a bulldog, they're a bulldog.
Right.
But if you're dealing with someone who has supported me in my career, you're going to treat them with respect. But anyway, that went personal. So, sorry.
So what is it we supposed to been talking about? What'd you say last week? Something?
Oh, we're gonna go into that now. So anyway, I want to hire people. I think people should want to hire people that know more than them. Russell Simmons wrote a book, and he says he doesn't have a degree, but he hires people who have degrees, and that shows you that's the way. That's how you get things. And he hires younger people who have that mindset of, I'm not doing no resume, whoever that is. I can't see who you are, but no. Give me $200. I'll do it for you. Okay, let me check some comments. It says, Trina, I talked to my people today in the Red Hot Valley, and they know you. My people are, funny. Shungaloo is where my dad's family is from. I was telling them the other day, I believe we got some land down there we need to go find. And then we said people probably on that land, and it'll be hard as hell to get them off of it. Spring Hill, my ex-husband is from, his family is Spring Hill and Cotton Valley. Funny.
Right down the road from each other.
Yeah. They used to have these little bitty round berry looking things on a vine. I remember being a little girl and they were so good, but I guess they just come. There are some fruits that just be in the country, huh?
Muscadines.
You think that's what they were? They kind of like bitter a little bit.
Muscadines.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't have them. They don't have that everywhere. Okay. That's what I thought.
I mean, they might have somewhere else. I don't know. I know they's in the country.
And remember the green plums?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me and my dad used to love us some green plums. You can't find them here no more. They are just gone. Do they? Yeah, they are gone. Don't shade me, niece. Let me see who that is.
Yeah.
That I'm shading. I can't see who that is that I'm shading, but somebody calling me. Let me see. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about Tyrone Evans. You remember we did that last week? Did you forget? Well, yeah. Did you forget? That's what we did.
No, I didn't forget.
Oh, so last week we've been doing some fun stuff, some cool stuff. We are out here. We talk about supporting people, need to support people, and we don't just say it. We act on it. And so our good friend my good friend Tyrone Evans, which is now hopefully going to be one of Louisiana Country Boy's good friends and brothers in the ministry, he's preached his first sermon last week. We talked about this that he was going to, but we went and it was great. It was on fire. I love this. He did a great job. Now, I wasn't expecting Minister Tyrone to what they call it at the end when you do the singing part. I don't know what preachers call it, but I said, look at Tyrone. Look at Tyrone doing whatever it is that the preachers do at the end. I guess I don't know what that is. Minister Larry, what's that called at the end when they do I ain't gonna even try to do it because y'all gonna make fun of me. But anyway, whatever it is that they do when they start playing the piano or the organ or whatever, that part. I would expect, pick your head up. Anyway, he did a great job. I am so proud of Tyrone. I had to text Tyrone though, because he thanked me on Facebook and called me another name. I had to text him and say, Tyrone, did you mean to thank Trina or did you mean to thank Priscilla? So, because we put Priscilla. And so he said, oh no, I'm sorry. He was asleep, something, whatever. I said, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure that you was thanking me. So we're proud of Minister Tyrone. Did a great job. All of his family was there. His beautiful,
Yes.
very nice wife. She was there to support him, which I'm glad that now that he is at a place of peace, he has someone to share that peace with him. Hooping? Is that really what it's called? That's what it's like. Sound like hooping. Hooping. He hoops it up. He hooped it up. Thank you, Minister Scott.
Larry, hey Larry, can you send an Uber over here to get me? Cause my co-host, on the road. Send the Uber. Just send the Uber to come get.
I had a lot of rest today, so I'm ready. But look, I'm still trying to figure out what auntie or uncle is on here talking to me about this resume. So Tyrone did very well. In all seriousness, he's been through a long journey, battle with addiction for many, many years, on and off. And I pray that he's able to continue the journey that he's on now, the path that he's on now. You got something to say, country boy?
No, I just I fully support Tyrone. I think he did a wonderful job. It is never a easy task, and this is never an easy job. And I applaud him for stepping up and answering the call. Yes, I love the message that he delivered. And it's wonderful. I don't know about anybody else, but it's always wonderful to have friends and family that support you when you step out. It really is. It is a truly a blessing. Truly, truly, truly a blessing to have people that surround you and encourage you when you're on this journey. So,
And
I tip my hat.
yeah, it's something I have seen, because my dad preached his first sermon. I went, but I don't remember the little ceremonial. I don't remember seeing that at my dad's church. But what I saw when they brought the wife out and they covered her, they prayed for her, and then Tyrone, all of the ministers. You didn't get up there as a minister, but anyway, they all covered him and put their hands on him. I thought that was really neat, just to from the outside of that seeing it, just for me, just shows the support. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. It shows the beginning of a supportive network. That's what I
Right.
that's what I
And
saw.
and I no, that wasn't my thing.
Okay.
That's just me. That's just this old boy right here. I'm cut from a different cloth for that, and I don't disrespect it. I'm just cut from a different
Mm-hmm.
cloth. But I think that is wonderful to be able to have that. See, if you want this old boy to go in depth about it, it's not the support that one needs in the beginning. My thing is you're gonna be there when the road gets rough, not if the road gets rough.
Yeah,
That
I agree.
that's
I do
that's
think
that's
it's a good send off though, to send you out into the journey. Because just think, I mean, when we talk about just regular support, I think, let's just say when I said, "Hey, I'm going to start a podcast, or I'm going to start a talk show," I would love for people to put their hands on me and be like, "Oh my God, this is wonderful. This is good luck. We got you. Yeah, I'm gonna need you when I get deep." Just like people say, my sister says it all the time, talks about all the time, that when someone passes that's close to you, people are always there during that time. Then once that time goes and the funeral is over, that's when you really need people. So I get what you're saying, but I also think it's important to send people off, if that makes sense. Like you send your child off to college, you send them off with this big, thing. But yes, definitely they need you after that, even more so through the journey, because he definitely has a journey to go. He has a learned journey and road ahead of him. So he's gonna need those same people. And I hope those people that did that, I know one of them for sure, Mr. Tyrone, Minister Tyrone, Pastor Nathan, who was there. I know that he's somebody like that will definitely be there with him through that. He's been there with him before, and he'll continue to be there with him. Them other people, I don't know them, but I hope they be there. So I ain't know none of them people. Let's see what we got over here before we go into what's coming up in your world. Niche Trina, I need a resume. Don't shade me. Still don't know who that is. I can't see your names. You gotta tell me who you are. Good night. Love y'all unconditionally. Like Mr. Lewis say, there ain't nothing you can do about it, from Miss Julie. And then Mr. Larry says, Louisiana Country Boy delivered a strong, powerful message this past. Oh, that was your impromptu sermon on Come As You Are Ministry Conference line. Thank you so much. The people are still talking about it. Trina, get ready. Trina, get ready. Your next time. I'm going to show it top, but I won't be preaching no sermon. I gotta still learn how to, after my thing I did for Keon, after I did that spiel, I don't know how I did. He never said thank you. So I have no idea if I did a good job or not. I'm gonna just say I did a good job just because I was there and did it.
There you go.
We talked about something that today when I said I have this thing, I'm very transparent about it, about not thinking I'm not good enough. And I was telling I don't know why I figured that was my Aunt Jan. Hi, Aunt Jan. What are you doing on here? Why? Thank you for stopping by. I don't know why I figured it was her or my Aunt Pat. My Aunt Pat will pop on and say something sometime. But that's my Aunt Jan. Aw.
Hey, Aunt
Jan. So thinking that I'm not good enough. And today, as I was talking to Louisiana Country Boy, I said, you know what? Those people, so I'm gonna give a prime example. I have done some podcasts and had people on my podcast who a lot of us ask in return, it's free, but just share the chat, share the video, and they don't. So one of the bands that I have that I had on my show at the very beginning, I looked at their page one day, they had everybody's podcast they've been on except mine. And so I was talking to Country Boy about today, and I was thinking, guys, that sometimes it's not that we're not good enough. They just don't know we're good enough. Because I know that I'm good enough. I know my show is good enough. I know my reason for having the show. Wasn't too happy about stuff this morning, but I know why I do my show, and I know that it's good material. There are some just talking material, and even just the talking material is good material. Because if I think it's too silly, or I thought it was something not to say, I just leave it on live and don't like edit it and put it out there. I just leave it on live. But in thinking today, I had the aha moment of, you know what? I know I am good enough for me and what I'm doing. Just because you don't think I'm good enough, that is on you. And you're gonna lose out. What's that song that I'm gonna be able to sing soon? First you didn't want me, now y'all up on me. I'm gonna be saying that. I'm gonna be saying that.
And you know, and I don't ever say it to be openly disrespectful or behind those. If y'all don't know nothing about me, if I say it back yonder, I say it up here too. It is what it is, man. And I get a hold to my co-host sometimes, and I tell her that it don't matter. You're not doing it. I mean, and a lot of people do it for different reasons. You can't. When you allow what people think or say about you to influence you, you have allowed those people to become too close.
Facts.
When they're that close that you change everything. I heard somebody say, have you ever had somebody walk in a room and your whole demeanor changes when they walk in? You have released too much power to the wrong people. Because if I have to get all nervous and jittery and this, that, and the other, or change how I am or this because you just walked into a room, because now, no, I don't operate in that manner. I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be Sunday. I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be Sunday night, Saturday night, Friday night. If you see me down there at the gas station, or if you see me walking through the church, I'm gonna be the same person. I'm not gonna allow somebody that controlling my life to dictate how I act.
Right.
And some of us, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. It doesn't mean I'm some big, bad, bold person. I just got a big, bad, bold God. And what I know is that every day, if we just walk and we do things we supposed to do, and we walk how we supposed to walk, trust me, everybody ain't gonna like it. Everybody ain't gonna, there's gonna be some people out there, they gonna scandalize you, and they gonna throw you up and down. And see the thing about, let me tell you something. Oh, Jesus, God just gave me that one. Most of the time, the people that talk about you are the very ones you helped at some point.
That part.
Most of the time.
I don't know how many snaps I can give for that one. That was straight from, as my pastor Lacey says, it was delivered. Oh my God, what do he say? Heaven Express.
And
Pastor Lacey always say, if he get a
you have to
thought,
understand. And you know, and I think that's what hurts a lot, because it's them ones that we've the one. Oh, Jesus. A lot of the people that we've done a lot of things for are the ones that scandalize our name the most. But they will never say what we did for them. So I don't give nothing to none of it. Say what you're gonna say about me. Because guess what? Even if you scandalize my name and you need me tomorrow, come. I still talk to you. And I'm gonna still tell you I love you.
And you know, I ain't gonna say that. But and, you know, God's still working on me. But I will say that part, and that it saddens me that I would, but I guess it's a good thing that if someone, these same people, I posted something yesterday. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. And as I was typing it, my brain started changing as how I started. It's the quote was, I had to stop scratching everybody's back because when mine itched, I had to put my back against the wall. So what I typed was, I'm so sorry, y'all. I have scratched many a back, and my back is still itching. LOL. I'm learning I'm learning super fast that what my mom has always told me is that you can't expect others to do what you would do. And the biggest and most hurtful lesson is that I should not have expected people to do what I've done. In all honesty, though, so as I typed that, I thought about it again and said, but in all honesty, I don't regret helping or supporting those people. But it will definitely be a lot less once I see it's not reciprocated. I do want to see everybody win, but also would like a mustard seed of the same support and love in return. As I was typing it, I was saying, you know, I didn't help people, nobody's helping me, so I'm done. But before I could finish it, my brain said, that's not true, girl. Just like what you just said, if some of the people that have hurt me really, really bad need help, I really don't want them to call me. I want somebody else to tell me they need help, and I do my part. But I gotta work on. I ain't gonna say I love you. I ain't gonna do that. You. So, but I get that part because again, I don't regret any of the things that I've discussed lately about supporting people, promoting some of these bands that don't seem to give the same love back, because I shouldn't have expected that. You know, that's what something I did out of my heart. I saw something in some of the bands or some of the friends or some of the whoever, just like you would say. You saw things in them and you wanted to help. You wanted to promote. You wanted to make them know that they were good. You wanted, when you saw how fabulous they were, you want the whole world to know it, right? That is on me. I shouldn't expect them to feel that way. Right. You know what I mean? I think it would be a courtesy. Absolutely. It would be nice. It would be kind, but it's not mandatory.
There's a couple of things that I would say. One is our greatest, the reason that we get so disappointed in people. Well, let me say we. The reason this old boy has gotten disappointed in people is because I had placed something on them that they hadn't placed on themselves. I had placed my expectations
on them.
So the only reason I'm disappointed is because I was expecting a response kind of differently. I was expecting something from them. And when I didn't get it, I was disappointed. But they were just being them.
They were just being who they are.
I was expecting something. And here's the other thing I learned is that there are many farmers that have planted trees that they've never seen grow. doesn't mean that they didn't grow. And I say that to say there are many farmers that have planted trees that are building the houses that we live in. So when you do something, it may not come back. You may never see it come to fruition. You may never see the gratitude come. But guess what? As long as you poured it in, it's going to circle back somewhere. What you have to do, what we have to do is understand I'm not pouring in and sitting there. I ain't never seen, I lived in the country a long time. My mama and them had a garden. We used to raise all kinds of stuff. But what we never did was plant something in the garden and sit there to wait for it to root.
Facts. That's true. My papa had a garden.
You plant it
and you let it grow.
And you let it grow.
Yeah.
Every seed that you plant don't grow, but that don't stop you from planting.
Right. And also, I thought of another sort of analogy as I'm, sitting, you be reflecting and talking, just like your kids, you want them, you raise them to be these wonderful human beings. When there's a time you got to kick them out the nest to go and flourish and do big, wonderful things. I thought about with some of the younger bands that I was supporting, that I still support. I had to think about that too. I was wanting to keep them as all mine because I love them so much, and I wanted to continue to be on the journey with them. And I had to realize, wait a minute, I can't hold on to them. I promote it because I believe in them, but I have to let them go and fly and do their thing and become wonderful and become worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. Does it still hurt me a little bit that I feel that they may not see me as I feel them, but that's okay.
I got you. I'm gonna give you this one.
Mm-hmm.
You had young ones. Just because you get your children up and you get them dressed and you walk them to the door and you walk them and you put them on the bus. As they get on that bus and they leave and they looking back at you, it ain't because you left them. It's because I had to let you go so someone else could take care. I could only take you as far as this. I can't, even when you take them to school, I can't walk you all the way in the classroom and sit in the classroom with you. What I can do is I can let you out here at the door. Somebody else gonna teach you some more. I can only take it, and that's anything and anyone in life. Our thing is to take them as far as we're supposed to take them. But at that point, we have to know, like at this point,
yeah, it's time to go. Yeah. And even with them, I think the other part is, yeah. I just gotta say a funny note, when we talked about taking people into school and letting them go. I don't know which one of my children it was, but on first day of pre-K, I was in the classroom with them and they said, "You gonna stay here all day, mama?" My heart was just broke. Like, oh. And then with my daughter, Kayla, the youngest one, when she was in the 6th or 7th grade, I believe. I've been going to Turkey Day at the school forever. Right. She looked at me at the last Turkey Day, which was 7th grade. Well, the last one I was allowed to come to, and said, "Do you got to come every year to Turkey Day?" I said, "Well, can I just come with some other child whose parent can't come?" But we talked about this recently. She said, "Well, I was just thinking nobody else's parents were still coming. You was the only one." While my oldest child still wanted me to drop off at school every day. I'm the first day of school every year. So I was like, okay. I had one that was super duper independent and one still wanted me to be there. But anyway, when you said that, it just made me think about that memory of my child saying, "You're going to stay here every day? I mean, all day? Girl, go home." But yes, you hit it on the nail. You got to let go. And as parents, you can be selfish. I've learned to that was the principle one more time. And it's 9:30. As parents, uh we have it's hard for us to let go and hard for us to accept, but it's the right thing to do because we do want our kids to go off. I've heard some people say that if they'll never care if they go away, but I do want my babies to flourish and do good big things. I fear my child and move from one apartment to the other a couple of weeks ago by herself. I was asking if she wanted to come help. This child called me talking about she talking about Mama, I was gonna move, but I'm moving, but I forgot I was gonna have to drive the U-Haul truck when I told y'all I didn't need y'all. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, but I'm gonna drive it. Then she called later and told us that, well, I've never seen this kind of she's
Shift.
overseeing the shift in the middle. So
Wow.
which those are the wonderful times, country boy, when your kids still need you when they call for something like that. As funny as it is and minor as it is, it's like they still need you.
Right.
It's those moments that I get very happy. I've made the conscious decision, like I'm gonna have to do with those bands, that they're growing up. You gotta let them go. When they need you, they'll be back. It's really hard, right? Especially I was very involved with my kids. I was not a helicopter mom, but we did vacations together. We did stuff like that together. So, but now it's like even today, I wanted to call so bad and say, well, we're not gonna do nothing today. But I was like, she got her own little life. I'm sure she having a good time with her friends. So
Right.
I'm not gonna put that on her. So, yeah.
And I don't. As I was sitting here, I was thinking is that a lot of people say you have to, what is it, cut the umbilical cord. I think that the invisible umbilical cord is never cut. What we do is we just allow it to extend out because it's always at that point, they're either going to come to us or we're going to go to them. So the cord is never cut. It just we allow it. Like those things that you just when you're going fishing, you pull enough string out of it, however far you want to go, and that's
Right.
what it is. And we just have to understand that and not continually think like we just cut the cord. It is still there. We're still connected to our children. We're still connected to our friends. But what we've done is we're not trying to hold it close to our vest anymore. We trust what we have done. If we have been the people that we claim that we are, then we've done what we needed to do. We've laid it, we've poured it, we've been good friends, we've been open, we've been honest, we've been transparent, we've been loyal, we've been committed, we've been these things. Okay, it's not like whether it's friends or whether it's family, it's not like they don't know that. Now, if they choose to run that card way on over there, million miles away, that's them and never want to come back. But that card is still there. That foundation that we poured, it's still there. It's the same
Oh, it's
one.
definitely still there.
And that's what I think a lot of people think. Like, sometimes we really have to look not at others, but we have to really truly evaluate ourselves and say, what foundation did I truly pour? Not gauging, but what foundation did I pour? Did I? And if you look and within yourself, ain't about nobody else. That's that thing again. It's not about anybody else telling you, you have to know. See, when we learn to stop lying, not to others, to ourselves, when we stop lying and saying and be like, you know what, I didn't, I sure did. And being accountable for whatever it is we may have done, then we know, like, you know what, I did pretty good. Okay.
And then I think most of us do the best we can with what we know. And my
That's
children
all
said
we
that. My children have said that we talk about different things like that about because I have a big thing like I think I was a good parent and y'all making me think like I want to be good. But anyway, it's like they say it. The millennials will say it. Our parents did the best they could with what they knew and with what they had. And same here. I have to realize my parents did. Now, me, I thought my parents, they were Jesus and Mary. I mean, I thought they were great. I don't have no complaints except them getting a divorce. But otherwise, I have no complaints about my parents. I think my parents did a fabulous job. Unfortunately, this new generation, we've done a lot of things that weren't right. But they've given us a pass because I'm sort of joking, sort of not, but I think I think most of us have done a great job. There are some parents that may not have done their best, but I don't believe it was for most of them on purpose. I think again they did with what they could with what they had. Even we think about how latchkey kids is a bad word now. People do have to leave their kids at home so they can work sometimes. I mean, it's just is what it is. Is it the best? I had when I worked in wraparound, I had a baby that was telling me at night they were home by themselves, and I had to think about it before I started thinking about CPS. It was like, first of all, I knew this child was not. She was the oldest, but I knew she wasn't old enough. She wasn't mature enough that if something was to happen, she would not be able to do. She wouldn't know how. What she wouldn't even know. I think her little brother would probably be able to think quicker than she does. But anyways, I had to decide between that, but then also think about this mom who was a young mom with these 3 or 4 kids that she got to go to work. Like, that's just hard because this woman is out here doing the best she can to support her kids. So anyway, I think about all that. Now, them folks keep leaving their children in the cars and going into the grocery store, and God bless them. We just got to pray for them. But most parents, in my mind, they go out to do the best they can, and and they may need help and can't ask for it. But this probably is so off topic, but help them if you see that the ones that you can, because that's another thing. These new children, you can't tell them nothing. I shouldn't say new children. This new 20 up to 30, 40. I'm gonna say 20 to 35. You really can't tell them nothing. They got to see. They got to do it wrong. Then they'll come back and ask you for your advice. But if they're doing something you see and they need help, reach out and help. Don't just discredit them and don't just talk about them. I don't know the scripture because I don't know the scriptures, but I do know that there is something in the Bible somewhere that talks about how if someone's doing something right, the woman is doing something wrong, that the women of the church are supposed to go bring them in and have a conversation with them. Am I correct? And see, am I right? I'm right. So, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I think that's something that we do need to do. I think people need to be open to hearing those people, but I also think those people, how church folk can be too. So the church folk or whoever got to be careful about how you comfort the people, let them know you genuinely want to help them in what they're doing without putting them down, putting them down or making them feel uncomfortable or like they're not doing something right. There's a way that you can finesse that assistance to them. So
I totally agree. Totally agree.
So, Mr. Louisiana Country Boy,
Yeah, ma'am.
you fixing to go do something super duper fabulous in a few weeks. You going to Washington, right?
I'm going to Washington. I'm going to 1600 Pennsylvania.
He is going to speak. My co-host and good friend is going. I have to quit calling him just my co-host. I have to say my co-host and my friend is going to speak at the. Tell me what it is.
Yeah, sheep builder.
Sheep builder. In October.
Sheep builder blueprint. I'm going to build a blueprint for sheep.
For sheep. And he's gonna speak. He's been invited to speak, and he thought he was gonna be the only man on the panel, but there's another one. So I'm excited for him. Y'all pray for him. He's gonna do great. We already know it. This is something that's in his vision board in his head of being a speaker, and so I am so happy and so proud that he is getting to live this out. And I want to thank everybody who has been inviting him out to events to do things. I'm just, Country Boy is a good person. He really is. I love the way. I tell y'all what, I get a little jealous. So let me just tell you. If I get sick, Country Boy better be at my bedside. He really did check on Minister Larry. Now, Minister Larry, I love you and everything. But my friend didn't try to be by my bedside like he came to be at your bedside. Did he bring you some food, Minister Larry?
I came over there hungry. I ain't bringing.
I want to make sure, so you come to my bedside. I want to make sure you had everything you had when you went over. I'm just joking. But he will come see you. He will check on you. If he ain't heard from you, he gonna come and he coming for you. So you better not be gone and missing in action too long. So The other thing, he's letting me tag along to Dallas in September 16th.
20 something.
Okay, in September, I wrote it down this time. In September, we're going to a walk, a mental health walk. Yeah. I am big on mental health. I suffer with anxiety and depression. So do other members of my family. So this is gonna be cool. But I think I'm gonna do the walk. If we get there early enough, I'm gonna do the walk. Even though I didn't sign up, I'm gonna just walk. Country Boy say he ain't walking, but I'm gonna walk. It's good exercise.
If they got
I'm gonna walk. He's gonna just be live, but we're invited to come there. We're gonna live. What are we doing? We live what? Live broadcasting. I'm gonna walk, and maybe he'll catch a few shots of me walking, but I'm gonna walk with the people. I'm gonna walk with the people. I love to walk if it ain't too hot, but I'm gonna walk. You gonna say more power to me? Come on, country boy. I'm not really as we've been talking to, I mentioned this also before we get off. So we mentioned those two things, and we and him are gonna meet so we can get some things on the calendar so we can invite y'all to come and join us as we do some community service. We're gonna have more panels. We got some things coming up. We even have kind of a name change. Can't have too much of a name change. We got these shirts that say "Speak on It." We still gonna wear our speak on the shirt, even if we ain't speak on it. If we don't speak on it, we'll wear our speak on the shirt, right? Okay. Right. So let me mention this also. I'm having a cruise. I've mentioned this before. It's called the Party on the Sea 2024. And on this cruise, we have the band called The City. If y'all have not heard them, go look them up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that. They're there. They have videos. Lil Daryl, the comedian. Oh my God, he is so hilarious. You can look him up too. They're going to be on this cruise. And if you are an educator or you know an educator, this is the cruise for you because it is spring break weekend. And if you're not on spring break, it's a 4-day long weekend. So you can take off on Thursday, Friday. And matter of fact, you don't take off on Thursday. We won't leave at 4. You can just leave a little early. Come on out and we'll be back early Monday morning, 8 o'clock Monday morning. What else? It's March the 7th through the 11th, but we also, if y'all like dancing, I got the Chicago Steppers coming out. They're going to be teaching you how to Chicago step, how to line dance. We got a lot of fun things coming on, but also out of the whole thing, we're going to make sure that you have the full experience of the Carnival Cruise Line. The stuff we have planned, the concerts we have planned, but also having the full experience of Carnival Cruise Line. So the deposit is only $150. Prices do start at $620 per person. Get with me, get with your girl, because I gotta sell some more cabins, y'all. Gotta sell some more cabins. So get with me. If you are not interested, I say this about anything, podcast, whatever it is. If it's not something that you're interested in, it is okay. But pass it on along to someone who is, someone who may be interested. If you know somebody that's out here dancing and shaking a tail feather, they might be interested. When I post it on my Facebook and Country Boy posted, share it on to those people. Mention it somewhere. If you hear somebody talking about the word, you hear the word dance come out there about, hey, I got something for you. Live bands. Hey, I got something you might be interested in. Let them know, pass the word. I need to sell some more cabins. Period, point blank. Is that all for me? And I'm saying all of this to come to this point. We're also going to revisit our show on promoting your events. Country Boy did it some months ago, and not many people took the opportunity to join. We're going to do this again because I think it's important. So if someone's has a new has a hobby, a new business, anything that you need to promote, and you can't say nobody wants to help you promote if you don't do this, because this is an opportunity for you to come on here and promote yourself, your business, your hobby, whatever it is you want to promote. Except OnlyFans. You can't promote OnlyFans. But anything else you want to promote, you can come on, speak on it with the Country Boy and Lil Diva and promote all of that, because we want you to be successful. We want anybody that we come in contact to be successful. Your community event, whatever it is you have to promote, we're going to have a day of the month that we're going to have that. I don't know. I thought I was getting something from the Express, but it didn't come. So y'all, thank y'all for joining us tonight. It was great conversation. I think some of the new people that joined in tonight, especially my Aunt Jan, I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Aunt Jan.
Yeah, that was really nice. So I'm gonna let you take it away, Country Boy.
Well,
Oh, wait, time out. I had a birthday last week. My birthday was great. My birthday was wonderful. We had a paint and sip party. If y'all want to do your own paint and sip party, my sister will bring it to your house or wherever you want to have it. Paint and sip. She's gonna work on your rug, your thing this week because she say it's not hot outside no more in the backyard, in the back. The air conditioner working out there. But yes, but I had a great birthday. Those of you who said happy birthday to me online, I saw Minister Larry said something. Miss Julie, thank you so much for not only being Country Boy's friend, but accepting me as your friend too. Thank y'all to anybody that's listening that said happy birthday to me. Now, those of you who said, "Oh, I was gonna come to your party, but I missed it because my tire was flat and stuff," y'all still can go to $ T Lowry, Miss T Lowry, and drop $1 to you. I'm still open. I'm still a Virgo. Until Virgo season over, y'all can still drop $1 too. If you want to send me a gift card, inbox me. I'll send you my address. You can send me a gift card for the big chicken. What's the chicken thing called? What's it called? Golden chick, not
Golden
big chicken.
chicken.
Golden chicken.
Golden chicken. That's
All right, Country Boy, you can take it away. I have ran my, as you say, jibber jabber a long time tonight. So I'm gonna let you take it away.
All I want to say is this: Wednesday, she was talking about we're going to Dallas. Actually, the founder of the event, Bridging the Gap Foundation in Dallas, my buddy, my friend, Patrick LeBlanc. He's the founder of Bridging the Gap Foundation. That is the run that we're going to be attending. Well, she's going to be attending. I'm going to just be there filming and running my triple trap. But we'll be there. I think it's on the 23rd of this month. But he will be on the show tomorrow, talking about mental health, talking about his foundation. Wednesday. I said tomorrow. I don't even know the day. Day Monday. He'll be on the show Wednesday. So if y'all get a chance to tune in, if you don't, keep on rolling. It will be on the replay. But I'm very grateful for that. Me personally, I have a couple of more people coming. I don't know who they are. This month is actually this is going to be a fantastic month of guests that I have. I have a young man, an all-star athlete. He'll be coming at the end of the month. I have a young lady that's going to be coming who's dealing with she's dealing with terminal cancer. She's gonna make an appearance on the show if she's able to. We do this from the heart. I just want y'all to know that this comes from the heart. This comes to continually encourage, continually uplift, and continually support others. For myself, I often say, and I'm gonna go back to my little thing, everything that you may see what I say now, and my post will always have it on there. Never forget or always remember your why. The most important thing that you can ever have. It ain't the what. It ain't about the what. It ain't the money. It ain't the cars. It ain't the house. Those are the what's. But it's the why. Once you discover your why, your purpose, that's your why. See, that is the most priceless thing in this world, is knowing your why you get up in the morning, why you do whatever you do. You know, I as I get ready to close my mouth, I'm going to say this, is that if y'all remember, if you got children, they always ask that question, no matter what you're doing, but why? But why? Why is this? You know, a lot of times we get so frustrated with them. Why do you keep asking why? So now as adults, don't you want to know your why? Don't you want to know your why? That thing that is deep inside you that drives you. Or that thing that if you don't discover it will crush you. Your why. Your level of success, regardless of whatever you may consider success, is directly connected to your why. Look here, old country boy done said enough. I done said that. I said I almost say that. But the last thing I'm gonna say is that, you know, I hope y'all know that we support you. If God is giving you a vision, if He's giving you a vision, if He's planting something inside your heart, then don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about who doesn't believe you. Don't worry about who don't support you. Don't worry about who don't follow you. Don't worry about who don't like you. Don't worry about who don't buy from your cookie shop or your candy shop, who don't buy your pants or your shirts, or who don't come to your party, or who don't worry about that. If God has given you a vision, guess what? Them that don't come wasn't supposed to come. Them that wasn't supporting wasn't supposed to support. But don't you give up and don't you quit, because there are some out there that are waiting for you. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to write that book. They're waiting for you to cook that meal. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to design that shirt. They're waiting for you to open that hair salon. They're waiting for you. Them that tell you can't, don't worry about them, because them ain't the ones that's going to come anyway. And I'll tell you that we believe in you. God is giving you vision. We believe in you. Because if He's giving you the vision, trust me, trust this old boy right here, that He will. You just have to keep going. You just got to keep going. And lastly but not leastly, on this Monday night, this Labor Day, or yeah, it is Labor Day, at 9:52. If you've been up today, Old Country Boy was up to 4 o'clock this morning. I ain't gonna be up to 4 o'clock tonight, though. We got to get up in the morning. But if you've been up all day and you opened your eyes this morning, you looked around and you cleaned your ears out, and you was hearing the words, but all you heard was the air conditioner blowing. If you were out there today, a little bit of rain, and all you heard was the raindrops, but you didn't hear anybody say the words. We got some rain.
Thank you.
Well, at 9:52, Old Country Boy is gonna tell you right now, from the bottom of the cockles of my heart, that we love you. We love you, and we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Look, yeah, we're gonna get on up out here. My co-host has control of the control thing. So unless you got something else to say, oh, Country Boy done. I done.
Last thing I mentioned is Miss Tiffany Rachel will be on Speak On It the third Monday of this month. She is going to be performing on an entertainment cruise this weekend that is hosted by Walter D. I can't remember the other people that are on it, but congratulations to her. We wish her the best.
Congratulations, Tim.
A fun trip. She will be back next Monday, and then the next Monday we will have her on the show. Finally, she has a lot of good things to say. She had I'm very interested in her singing career, but she also has a message regarding her son and being killed, and so it's something really good that we all need to hear. Something that we can. She has something we can take away from the conversation that we're going to have with her. So I'm excited to have her on the show. It's been a long time coming. So, all right, y'all. See you later, and we love you unconditionally.
We love you. You controlling the control.